Welcome to the Important Questions Podcast, the only show that answers life's most important questions and tries to be funny in the process. My name is Dave, and I'm here with three much funnier acolytes of knowledge, Smitty, Scott, and Rico.
Don't sell yourself short, Dave.
Accurate. I don't agree
We're all
with that.
worth more than the sum of our parts.
I I do agree with. I could not fucking take a show by myself and run with it. There's not a fucking chance. I'm not interesting enough. I'm not funny enough. I can't monologue.
I don't know how people do like a one-person podcast.
It seems damn near impossible.
It just sounds like an essay that you're presenting to the class.
I feel like you need confidence and charisma to run a one-person show just to feel that you're good enough to run a one-person show.
Not even charisma, just confidence.
Maybe. Incorrect confidence a lot of the times. Because a lot of podcasts suck ass. This one sure doesn't, though.
Do.
This one's a fucking great podcast. There's four of us. There's 4 questions for the afternoon. And, well, actually, there's 5 questions because there's a warm-up question. And there's a mid-show segment. So it's a jam-packed schedule.
And 6 if you just count the one that we talked about for post-show.
That's right. There's going to be one post-show, too. So actually 6 questions. 4 of us, 6 questions in a mid-show segment.
Sam, you're really getting your money's worth for no money.
Yeah, I know, right? Back in the day, we used to do this show. It was just literally 4 questions and over. We've only made it more complicated for ourselves. But we do it because
Mostly
of the love
you.
for the craft. What was that, Rico?
Mostly for you. We make it more difficult for you.
I mean, it's
to
not
do all
really
the
that much
editing
more
and
difficult
bullshit.
for me. Oh, no, that's true. That's true. Scott and Smitty, you guys both have a warm-up question, which I believe you guys are going to try to intertwine into a workable question. So, Scott, why don't you start with yours, and then we'll introduce Smitty's into the mix following.
Okay. To warm you fellas up, I want to know if you think you could legitimately make a decent meal out of things that you buy at a gas station.
What kind of gas station? Are we
Any
talking
gas
like
station? Just not using like their already like pre-made food. Like sometimes they, like how they have like an aisle with like chips, an aisle with candy.
Mhm.
Sometimes you can get like a box of like Hamburger Helper or some weird shit. And every now and then you get like milk and whatnot. Yeah, just stuff like that.
Mash up some Takis, put it in a bowl of Monster, put it in the freezer, and make a Jello out of it.
Ooh,
Is that how you make Jello?
Popsicle, yeah.
It'd be more of a popsicle for sure. Well, I ask what kind because like some gas stations, like truck stops, they have like produce and shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like almost like a small grocery store at that point. But then you get to like some rural gas stations, the kinds where you need like a key to use the bathroom outside.
I was
that one.
thinking
that one, okay.
like mid-sized ones, like ones that might have maybe like eggs, maybe some milk in the coolers, a couple box things, like I said, like some boxed mac and cheese or Hamburger Helper. No ground beef or anything, but
So Rico's thing, but in addition, you also get like a kind of brown banana on the side.
That makes it healthy.
Exactly. They have one of those Starbucks Frappuccino coffees that you get in the glass jar.
Yeah,
Cool.
right.
Cool. Peanut butter. I don't know.
I know
You buy
there's some
spam at gas stations.
yeah, some also sell like crackers, and I think some have like tuna mix and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have
There's
those.
some protein options. There's
You
like
could-
Slim Jims.
some of them also sell Lunchables.
Just Slim Jims.
And
Just
also
a meal.
different things of jerky. You can make the weirdest charcuterie board ever.
That's actually probably the best thing you could make.
Charcuterie board with Slim Jims. The Slim Jim
Yeah.
specifically that comes with cheese. That way you have the meat and the cheese part.
Of course.
And then a bag of like the dried mango pieces that's like sitting in the aisle with mostly fucking iced honey buns and candy bars.
yeah,
I
you
I
get-
actually, sorry, real quick. I actually saw a Slim Jim at the gas station the other day that was 3x the size of a normal one.
Girthy
Bro, that's just
one.
called a
Advertised it, at
sausage.
least. Girthy, yeah. Same length. Just
Joe
very good.
Jim. Oh, lost picture on Rico.
oh,
I noticed his door creeped open, but then nothing was behind the door, so I'm guessing it was a phantom coming to take his soul.
Rico's
Oh,
dead.
cool.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
dead
shit,
as well.
hey.
Oh, hey, holy shit.
I didn't know what was happening. So
Did you buy the obscenely large Slim Jim, Rico?
no, I already had other stuff in my hand and like gave it to her, and she was ringing me up, and then I noticed it. So next time,
Next time, please.
Next time.
definitely.
I'd go
Get
for
a
that.
handful of
Scott.
those the buffalo and blue cheese combos, or the pretzels
Ooh.
with the fillings in them.
Oh yeah, dude, I haven't had that in
million.
fucking years.
Don't forget that some gas stations have like that liquid cheese that you just press the button for, like
Ooh.
for
Oh, yeah.
nachos and shit. So
Who is gonna eat a fucking paper like box of nachos while they're driving?
No, bro, walking taco. You buy
Too many people,
Doritos,
probably.
you buy a package of those little fucking smoky sausages, you dump them in there, and then you pump the cheese in.
you could also just put the cheese straight in like a big styrofoam cup and put a straw in there.
They ring you up as a big gulp.
Yeah. You got a lot of cheese.
79 cents.
If you're good at sucking.
Yeah. You could just like take it home with you, and then you just pay like $1 for like $6 worth of cheese.
That just like really almost made me throw up in my mouth a little bit.
It
I was
sounds
thinking back to a
miserable.
weird meal that I had where the cheese was not good, and yeah, I want to die now. Thank you.
You're
Details,
welcome,
please, Rico.
It was just I don't know, just wasn't good.
It's just
Makes
bad
sense.
cheese.
You're quite the storyteller, Rico.
Yeah, Rico's details are
Yeah.
awesome. Is good.
I don't
Wasn't
know.
good.
I don't know. It was a meal that had cheese on it. It wasn't good.
What was the
And-
meal? Describe the fucking
I
meal.
don't even remember.
It was just
I just
cheese.
remember the cheese. That I blacked out the rest of it.
It was bread and cheese.
Good story, Rico.
I don't know. I got sick afterwards, and that's all I remember.
Rico, you need to go to a therapist and have the therapist help you unlock that memory so we can use it for content.
I might do that.
Smitty,
Yeah, okay.
what was your question? How are we going to weave this into this one?
I don't know if you can really weave it in there, but like my question was like, what's one ingredient in your kitchen that you always have to have on hand?
I'm a white man, so that's garlic powder.
I'm gonna tie a question into
Hell
this
yeah,
too.
garlic powder.
All right.
Butter.
Like real butter you're talking
Mhm.
about.
Just on the counter, yeah, like in like a butter dish.
That's the way to do it.
What question are you tying into this as well, Rico?
Is there anything that adding more butter to makes worse? Smitty's first.
Oh,
So-
like my
some
answer
things
for
that-
my own question or what?
Yeah, I didn't want to sidetrack you with my question.
Oh, like my answer for stuff that has to be on hand at all times. Like butter is a good answer. Garlic powder is definitely a good answer. Tahine is my like actual answer. Do you know what?
I need
Like,
to
do you
get
guys
some
know
of
what
that.
that stuff is?
Is that like
I've
the
had it
lime
with
mix?
ice cream.
You had it
Oh,
with
that
ice
sounds
cream?
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man,
actually really good. Like a Mexican ice cream shop by us.
oh, fuck yeah.
It was
I've
like
had
a,
it with
it was more
mango.
of it was like like a fruity thing. It was more of like an iced
Like
what
a
do they call it?
sorbet?
No, it was more like icy than a sorbet. What is it? Italian ice, I think. It was
Oh,
like
okay,
okay.
okay.
ice, but it was like a fruity mango or some other type of thing. And it was really fucking good.
So for like listeners who don't know
um,
what tahine is, it's like I think it's dried chili flakes. Hold on, let me just
But
fucking go
it's-
get it. I'll just go get the and read the ingredients off. Hold on.
But it has acid in it too. Like there's something in
Yeah.
it that's inherently like tangy.
I
You
thought
can
it was
also
like
Google
lime.
it, Smitty. You don't have to
I'm
get
gonna
up.
Google it before
Yeah.
It's
Idiot.
a unique blend of mild chili.
Oh god, here he
mild
comes.
chili
Oh, God.
peppers, lime, and sea salt. We already
Yo,
got it,
Smitty, don't
Smitty.
worry about it. We already
Yeah,
know what
you
it
put
is.
back.
Ah, fuck.
We just looked it up on the internet.
Shit ass.
I was
dick
waiting
ass
for him. I was
bullshit.
hoping you guys weren't going to say anything because I was waiting for him to be like, it's a blend of chili flakes and like exactly verbatim what Rico
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, with
Nah,
lime.
but
I
it's
have
fucking
Google
rocks, though.
bookmarked, so I was able to get to it very fast.
You
So, yeah,
you
I-
bookmark Google? That's smart, dude. That's very
I
smart
put
of
it on-
you.
Right away.
I put it on pineapple. It's really good on pineapple and mango. It just seems like it's. I don't think there's anything I've put it in that it has not made better. I put it in ramen today. It was really fucking good.
Ooh. I went to a bar a couple of years ago and I ordered like probably a Corona or Modelo, one of the Mexican lager beers. And they rimmed the glass with tahine and it was fucking amazing.
Ooh, that sounds real good.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a glass of Crush right here. I wonder how that would taste.
I think they
Fucking
put.
do it.
Don't they put tahini on like elotes and things like that?
Oh yeah, it's great on corn.
Oh, it's fucking
Mhm.
awesome.
It's great on like most vegetables with like butter and shit on it.
Yeah,
Butter makes everything better.
butter
true.
does make everything butter. Rico.
If only I had a question to ask tonight.
All right, he's drinking the Orange Crush with tahini. Thoughts?
It's good. That actually is really good.
Is good.
Right on.
High quality review right there, Smitty.
I don't like. Why is it good though? It's so
I mean-
like it's so universally like good for a seasoning blend.
I'm gonna have to go buy some now.
It
You should
fucking
put
rocks,
some
dude.
tahini on some Takis.
Ooh, bro, what?
That would be good. I think it kind of get lost though because Takis have like such a strong flavor already.
They really do. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, do Takis have the tang though? Is there a Taki with lime?
There is. There is, yeah. It's like habanero
Right on.
lime or something.
Yeah,
Very passionate about it. I haven't had the blue one. Have you guys had the blue one?
I have not had the
No,
blue one.
They
Kind
look
of
gross.
freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I've had the Trader Joe's off-brand Takis are pretty fucking phenomenal.
They're significantly less like spicy and they're like crispier.
Can you
I
do
think
it
that's why I
again?
like them.
Oh, yeah, at the beginning.
The what?
What?
Just fucking around.
Rico fucked it all up.
I
Yeah, they
did.
were-
I just like that it's less spicy because I'm a little fucking bitch.
Is it like a similar, like, I don't know.
They're more
Flavor,
sour
flavor
than spicy.
profile. Yeah, they got a lot of lime.
Which I like that
A
more.
lot of lime.
Regular Takis give me a tummy ache if I eat too many of them.
I get a tummy ache too, Rico.
The small bag is like perfect for not giving you a tummy ache.
That would probably still give me a tummy ache,
perfect
Rico. You overestimate my stomach. It's a bitch. Are all three of you satisfied? You all three had some sort of contribution to this question, so
Yeah, I guess.
Dave, what was your answer for what you keep in your kitchen on hand at all times?
oh shit. Fucking like 15 gallons of water for my water cooler at any given time. I fucking love cold, crispy.
It's not a fucking
I love.
ingredient. I guess it's an ingredient.
I love cold,
technically,
crispy fucking mineral water. Well, I guess that's true. It's not an ingredient. I don't know. Salt.
Okay, like special, like iodized salt, specialty
No,
flake
it's-
salt, like kosher salt. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about? Like okay.
kosher salt, man. Every kitchen needs kosher salt.
Fair
Sea
play.
salt.
At any given time, I mean, there's probably salt in my fucking kitchen.
Mm.
And pepper.
That's
And garlic
okay.
powder.
Thanks for your contribution. I'm very satisfied.
I mean, I don't know. Barbecue sauce? Do you want a condiment? I have several. Scott knows how much I fucking love having sauces.
Gotta have
He's
My,
got a
my
lot
fridge is
around.
like 60% sauce.
He's got a lot of sauce.
I have a
Got
lot of
Worcester
sauce.
sauce in there at all times.
I do.
Worcestershire.
I do. You, name a sauce. I got it. I got soy.
Teriyaki.
I got teriyaki.
Come.
Rice wine vinegar.
Yes, Smitty, and yes, Rico. It's not in my kitchen though. As of right now, it's in my my studio recording.
Balls.
Yep. Are you satisfied now, please?
Yes.
I'm not even remotely satisfied. I want to know what adding more butter to makes worse.
Wait, was that a warm up question or is this your
was-
legitimate question?
That was my actual question. Yeah.
How about a cold salad, Rico? You just have like a garden salad and someone just melts a bunch of butter and pours it on top. Does that make it better?
At least it's melted. At first, I just pictured
very
like the
oily
little
salad.
like butter chip
Yeah.
that never fucking melts.
The question assumes that you're already. It's something that you would already normally put butter on.
So not like a bowl of
Okay.
Cocoa Puffs.
Right. Unless
Okay.
you already put butter on Cocoa Puffs, then adding.
I mean,
more
there's-
may or may not
Not
make it worse.
generally.
There's a tipping point with popcorn where too much butter becomes bad.
Yeah.
If I have to eat the popcorn with a spoon, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the point that it becomes bad.
Yeah. Speaking
I've
of
never
popcorn, tahini goes great on popcorn.
It certainly does, and it
It's
sticks
fucking
really
rocks.
well if you butter it up nicely.
Yeah.
All right, you fucking assholes.
Rico, every now and then I'll make
Fairly satisfied.
make a bowl of white rice and put a little bit of warm milk in there, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter, kind of like Southern style grits almost, and that's some good shit.
That sounds really good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Have you ever had coconut Thai rice?
Yes.
Oh,
Never heard of
it fucking rocks, Scott. It's it's basically just like sweet rice. It's got coconut milk in it, and it's so like it's like a dessert rice, and it goes so good with like fruits. It's awesome.
It's good.
I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes, boys, fellas,
Men,
are you all in the process of just day to day, whether it's a large task or a small task? Are you guys just kind of getting through your day, doing a bunch of tasks?
yeah. Are you trying to sell me something?
Yeah, why do you?
I'm not
feel
trying
like
to
you're gonna
sell-
ask
I'm
me
not
if I
trying
have
to
a
sell you
structured
shit.
settlement or annuity payment.
I'm
I
just
need
trying to
cash
work
now.
my way into a question, and that's my question this week is what tasks have you fucking underestimated? And I have a few. I'll start with the top one that I have on my list, and that's pretty much anything that has to do with my fucking yard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
agree.
dug out a small garden last summer, and first and foremost, moving the rocks to make room for the garden. I was like, yeah, it'll probably take me like 15 minutes. It was grueling, and it was hours of work. It was hours of fucking effort. And then I had to go churn up the dirt, and then I had to buy mulch. And it was a small garden, and I was like, I probably just need like 3 bags of mulch. And I needed way fucking more bags of mulch, so I had to make multiple trips to buy more. So stuff like that, boys. What tasks have you undertaken that were significantly harder than you let on?
For me, it was I'm building a fence in my backyard for my dogs, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, the fence will be almost done, if not done. But
It's coming out
it's a-
Tuesday.
it's like
No,
it's
hold
not
on, hold
a
on.
huge.
You have until July 4th if I decide to release on a holiday, but I might take that week off, so maybe July 11th.
Okay, I might be able to get
Who
it done by then.
knows?
But I don't have like a huge like a huge backyard, but like I want to have a place for my dogs to run, and I'm building like a fence with like 4x4 inch posts, like wooden posts, and because of the city ordinance, the post holes themselves have to be down 42 inches, which Illinois has like the frost line is like 36 inches or around that, so it's a little bit farther below that. I did not realize how miserable it is to dig post holes until I had to dig 32 of them. And I didn't realize how long it takes to dig fucking 42-inch deep post holes until I had to dig 32 of them. It is back-breaking shitty labor. It sucks ass. Even with like a gas auger, which I had a gas auger and I used it, but we hadn't gotten a lot of rain in Illinois. So like the blade of the auger, which it just looks like a big screw, the initial blade would not catch on the dirt itself. So like the gas auger was completely useless. So I had to like dig it by hand with one of those like hand post hole diggers. It looks like 2 shovel blades that are like kind of like welded together, and you just turn it. It was fucking miserable. It sucks so bad. That's like
Did
the
you try-
hardest part of this entire thing, but like that
Did you
took
try,
the
like,
longest.
Getting the hose out and trying to like soak the ground? I mean,
I
if
did,
wet,
and
if
that-
wet ground made a difference.
It made a little bit of a difference, but like the gas auger still did not want to catch, because also with like a hand tool, I don't feel like I have to baby it as much as like a 2-stroke engine, you know? Like with the gas auger, it'll catch, but then because the soil is wet, then it's heavier, and then it doesn't want to like spin as fast, and then it doesn't want to dig, and then it's this big fucking thing where you have like the hand post hole digger, you can just like force it through. It sucks. Like like if you ask me if I tried like X, Y, and Z way to like alleviate the problem, like yeah, I fucking tried it. I googled so much stuff. I tried it by hand. It sucks ass. I'm done digging the post holes, thank Christ. But like, I do not want to do that ever again.
Yeah, I remember seeing like a shit ton of a shit ton of like media, and the most recent one that comes to mind is that show 1883, or maybe it was 1923. I don't remember which one it was, but at one point a woman dies, and a guy's just like stays behind and single-handedly decides to like dig her a grave. And
God.
I just think about like all the times I've tried to dig in my life. Like once you get below a certain point, it's very hard to dig.
Oh yeah.
Shallow graves.
Yeah, I cannot imagine how fucking difficult it would be to dig like a human-sized hole deep enough to place the human and cover it up like one person at a time consistently.
There's like a reason why all the graves that you see in shows like that have like that little hump, because they just like dig like 2 inches down and then just throw dirt
Yeah.
on top of them.
Or cover the top
that
with
makes
rocks
a lot of sense.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave them out. Let the wolves get them.
Dave, your point about whether knowing whether or not you bought enough mulch is the biggest pain in the ass that I've had with any sort of yard work. Where it's like, oh, I'm just going to fill in this little box with stones. And it's like, well, I measured it out and I tried to do the mental math. I think this is roughly this many cubic feet. That should only be about 5 bags. And then I need 13 more. And it's like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Dave, how much did you underestimate the amount of bags you needed?
Significantly. And I actually called bullshit because there's actually a calculator online that will tell you, like, based off of the size of the garden you made, like how many cubic feet of mulch you need or how many cubic feet of dirt you need. And I was like, there's no fucking way. It's like, this thing's fucking bullshitting me.
Yeah. And it's like, do you want the spread to be half an inch deep, 1 inch deep, 2 inches deep? You're like, half an inch will be fine. So you calculate it for that. And like, you only have like one corner of it actually covered. You're like, cool, I can still see the weed bed or the weed barrier underneath. Fucking sweet,
So
dude.
You're saying that the calculator told you a drastically lower number than you needed?
No, it told me the exact number I needed, but I called bullshit on the calculator.
Oh,
That's
okay.
even
Awesome.
funnier.
All right.
Because
Got
I'm
your
a
ass.
dumbass.
Fuck.
You find
I'm
out
trying
that
to find oh, I think here it is. Hold on.
the calculator's partially owned by Scott's or something, like the lawn turf company. So you're overbuying.
That wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have a reason to try to sell me more. Well, I'm pulling up my quote. I recently got my lawn torn up and I just replaced it all with rocks because why the fuck would anyone want, a lawn? I'm trying to find if I have the amount of like cubic or not cubic, like metric tons that it took to fucking do this shit.
For what it's worth, Dave, like it did have, like my wife and I put some small garden beds in our front yard, and we also we mulched it too. We didn't like majorly underestimate how much mulch we would need, but we did underestimate because those bags look like they have more in them than you think.
And also, like, the third time you're at the same fucking store buying the same thing, you just kind of get sick of it.
Well, you feel like an asshole too, because like you'll see the same like cashier 3 times in one day,
Yeah.
be like, buying the same thing again, huh? Dumbass.
The retired old man that could have told you how to do this shit if you just asked him an hour ago.
Yeah.
I also I'll preface this rockscape front lawn project with the fact that I initially wanted to do this myself, and it started with me digging out my lawn with a shovel, which did not go very well or very far. And then my goal was to simply buy the rock, haul the rock, and dump it in the yard. Right? I mean, simply. I needed 11 tons of rock.
Jesus.
22,000 pounds of rock I was simply going to haul in my Nissan Rogue.
What kind of, I know that's a lot, like what kind of gravel were you going to use? Like river rock, or are you using like pea gravel, or what the fuck?
I could take a picture of it for you, Smitty, if you want, but they're like 2-inch rocks.
Okay,
They would have to
gotcha.
fill up the interior of your car, like,
And then go back to the
Probably.
store 4 other times.
Yeah.
You hear like your car, like the wheels grinding because they're hitting the wheel wells because you've overburdened your fucking
Your
Simple.
sedan.
gas mileage goes to like
Yeah.
2 miles per gallon.
No, it's fine.
just a simple
Totally
project.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's like certain vehicles where if it's over 10 tons, you're not even supposed to be on the fucking road. So,
Yeah.
so I didn't
I
didn't
have
really
to have
take
like
that
the big
into
fucking
account.
flags and like the orange sirens that say oversized load as you're going to Ace Hardware for the 4th fucking time.
And you're just in a Nissan Rogue and nobody knows. That it just looks like a regular car.
Uh-huh.
Until they pull
I
up
mean,
next
if-
to you and they see it's stacked with fucking rocks.
if my wife and I wanted to, we could have gone together as with both cars, and then we could have hauled a Rogue and a Nissan Altima's worth of rocks back.
I just love the idea, like the mental picture of you like surrounded in rocks, and there's like a 6-inch hole you can just see out of the windshield.
Like loose rocks
loose
inside
rocks,
the
not
car.
even in bags. Just
Yeah.
they just rolled your window down and just pumped it in there.
bags. Holy shit! I don't know why when you said in bags, I didn't picture like how they should come packaged. I pictured a bunch of rocks like the little bags that say "thank you" like 80 times all the way down the side.
The Walmart.
Thank you,
bag.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
the
you,
plastic
thank you.
one.
Have a nice day with the smiley face.
Yeah, all of them are
Going to
ripping.
the self checkout. Each individual rock, it has a UPC code on it.
So Rico, you actually sparked my memory for another task that I severely underestimated. In October of last year, we had a very severe windstorm, and we ended up getting a bunch of tumbleweeds that blew directly down our street and into an area of my driveway that's kind of like bordered on three sides by wall, fence, and shed. So we ended up getting a massive pileup of tumbleweeds just against the house.
Weird.
So I
what
couldn't
the fuck?
simply just like toss this back into the street without my neighbors getting pissed off at me. So it came to the point to where exactly that. My wife and I took all these tumbleweeds. We took the Nissan Rogue, put the seats down, covered the seats with a sheet, and tried to just stuff all the tumbleweeds into the car.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
And then we just drove out to the middle of the country and then dropped them off. But it was exactly that sight with like you picturing me with the rocks, but it's just me and my wife in there with fucking tumbleweeds all the way up to the
releasing
car
them
seats.
back into the wild.
I was gonna say
Just
it's
so
like you
they-
trapped a raccoon and you take it out to the forest to
Yeah,
let it go.
Just so
I
they
mean,
fucking
I-
wind back up in that same spot in your yard the next day.
I drove pretty fucking far, but I couldn't just throw them back into the street because they just end up at my fucking neighbor's house, and then it's just like, haha, those 170 tumbleweeds are your problem now. But to be fair, my neighbor's racist, as we established in a previous episode.
I was gonna say, like, which neighbor, the one who they wouldn't even notice that the tumbleweeds are back there because their house is full of like hoarded shit, or the lady who hates black people?
The black people lady, that's the one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she kind of deserves the tumbleweeds. You should have just left them there.
I
for her.
agree.
I should have.
She's old.
Yeah.
She probably couldn't take care of it. Just bury her in the tumbleweeds.
I remember when I first bought
Her
my
and her racist ass
house
dogs.
in Illinois, I had a section behind my garage that was all like overgrown from the previous owners. There was like a period of time like when I bought the house and like we had to go through closing, and we had gotten a lot of rain that season, so just all these weeds just grew up super thick all through the back. And I was like, oh, it'll just take me like a few hours, it's just weeds. It was a fucking jungle, and it retained so much heat, and there were fucking bugs everywhere. So I just bought like 2 of the big things of Roundup, and I just soaked it, and then like the next day or 2 days later I went through, and it still took me several hours to like hack it all down and make sure that I got all the roots and stuff. It was fucking gross.
Oh yeah, getting
Yeah.
rid of brush is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
There was like, I mean, Dave and his wife were over, I don't know, like a month or so ago, and you guys saw like the rhubarb and shit in my backyard. Like I ended up hacking that down, and it took like, and there were not a lot of those plants. It was like wild rhubarb, and it was big. It took way longer to get rid of that shit than I thought. And I was using like the proper tool. I had like a pair of hedge clippers, and I was like trimming it back, and like it still took me like an hour and a half to get rid of those fucking plants.
I think people use like legitimate gas powered chainsaws for some of this shit. Like we have
Mhm.
a couple like ornamental tall grass plants that were at the house when we moved in. We're thinking about chopping them down because fuck them.
Nice.
But most people at the end of the season, they'll actually chop everything down with the grass, like down to like an inch. And we see like all the grass growing up from it the next spring from the base. But we don't, I mean, we tried to do it. It sorted with like clippers, but this is like a grass. So you can't get in there with clippers and just clip every individual strand. So
I mean,
then,
if you want to like drive yourself insane, maybe.
well, yeah, right. So
Get
then
a pair
I
of scissors out to your yard and
A
you can
few
just take a
pet
little
goats.
hit here and there.
But then after that, I
Also,
thought
yeah.
like, oh, I'll just get like a machete. So we went to Ace Hardware and I bought a machete and I brought that back to try to hack the grass away. And it worked to an extent, but like, again, if you're trying to like cut down to an inch with a fucking machete, you're going to have a really fucking hard time hacking
Right.
away at it with, that much. So we ended up hacking away with like still 1.5 feet left. It's like anything in the fucking yard is way harder than you would ever expect it to be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't want to like pigeonhole us just into like yard
Shut
work.
the fuck up, Dave. I want to talk about digging and only digging in the yard.
Okay, Rico,
One
go
time
ahead.
I had to dig and it was more dirt than I thought. It took 2 trips instead of 1 to get rid of it. And the other time,
Boy, you really underestimated that one, huh?
yeah,
Damn.
That's pretty
every
fucking sweet,
single
dude.
time.
You thought 1, but it was 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Hands on my hips. Wow.
yeah.
That was way more work than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I thought so. It would have been 4 times as much, I guess. No, it wouldn't have been. It would have been 4 times as much work, I guess, because I thought I was gonna have to do it myself, but my brother showed up. So, every time I shovel snow in my driveway, it takes way longer than expected, and I feel like I'm gonna die way more than I expected.
Yeah, you got to get yourself
And
a
I'm
snow
not that
thrower.
old. I actually did, like 2 days ago.
Proud of you.
Nice.
Pretty fucking sweet. I can't wait to use it.
I have a it's got to be like a quarter of a fucking inch. Like my driveway is concrete slabs, and the left half of the driveway and the right half of the driveway is probably like a quarter inch higher than the other slab. So every single time I go to shovel, my shovel hits that goddamn fucking piece, and then I can't get over it. So I have to shovel one half to one side and then the other half to the other side. And it just adds to the fucking misery of shoveling what is relatively a short driveway, but it's so fucking difficult. I feel that.
Dave, I have the same issue because my driveway is all brick and it's all uneven brick. But I own a Jeep and I rent, so I just fucking drive through it and don't shovel.
I don't
Yeah,
want to talk
I did
about
the same
shoveling
shit.
anymore. Can we stop talking about shoveling? That'd be pretty awesome.
We're getting pigeonholed
Yard
here.
work. Yeah, I don't want to pigeonhole us.
Yeah, we've been pigeonholed, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to us. I have a few other honorable mentions here. I'm sure you guys relate to this one at one point or another in your lifetimes, but trying to fold a goddamn fitted sheet.
I
Fuck
don't
is
even,
always-
I don't even
does that?
try it.
Yeah, fuck that.
I just wad
What
that
do you
shit
what do you guys do? You just
Attempt
wad
to
it up?
fold
again?
Wad it up.
I do like the
I have one
laziest
fitted
four,
sheet.
4 corners you could imagine.
It goes under all my other sheets, so who gives a fuck if it's wrinkled as hell?
Well, that's actually next on my list is making the bed. That's even
I have
though
a
it
warm
is.
up about making the bed.
We did.
I have one.
Oh,
We have
so should
many
I
fitted
not
sheets
bant
slash
about making the
bed
bed?
Go back to
No,
digging,
do it.
go back to digging, go back to
You
digging.
want me to ask my warm up? It's do
Yeah.
you make your bed every morning?
Fuck no,
no.
dude.
That's the warm up.
Fuck
You
you,
know, why the
fuck that.
why the fuck would I do
Nope.
that?
I don't either. I don't know why you would, Scott.
I don't fucking
Okay,
do
good.
that.
I've got
You
two
just
big-ass
you just
dogs.
expect him to always be the odd man out.
He doesn't flush a toilet. Of course I do.
That's what?
I don't know.
That's like two
Yeah.
opposite. That's like two opposite ends of like the fucking spectrum of doing shit, though. Like
Well,
you'd
whatever.
you'd
Two
expect
wrongs
the
make
guy.
a right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not mad enough about this, but yeah,
Yeah,
making a
me
bed,
It's like warm up.
making
that
a
you
bed's
wasted.
pretty fucking difficult.
I don't bother making the bed because I've got 2 big dogs who love to play on the bed. So inevitably everything gets fucked up anyway. And they're also like big enough too. They both weigh over 70 pounds. So they'll like jump on the bed and it'll like knock the bed out of like the alignment in the room. So it'll be up against like the opposite wall after they've played on it for 20 minutes.
You should put some of those like sticky feet on like the pads on the bottom of your bed.
I don't think that would stop it. Like I mean, you guys have heard them in the background. They sound like they're fighting, which they're play fighting. So they're just being dramatic. But like having 2 big animals like that roaming around on a bed, like the only way to stop that bed from moving is to literally nail it to the floor, I think.
That sounds
Why
like it would
don't- why
cause
don't
your
you do
dog's
it?
injury. Like they expect it to move when they run into it, and then it just a solid brick wall. Of
Our
a bed.
fucking puppy, he will like jump into the side of the bed and launch himself off of it. He's such a spastic. It like, and he's like looking at me so sad because I've got a sandwich that he wants. But he'll like run full speed into the side of the bed and it'll like launch it several feet across the room.
crazy.
It's great. I got hardwood floors, so it slides really easily. We had a rug under the bed for a while, and then we realized that over time the rug was just kind of like rolling up on the opposite side of the bed because they kept pushing it. So it wasn't doing anything. So it's like, fuck this, man. This sucks.
I have two more on the list. First one on my list is Catch Buzz. Prove you're not a robot tasks. They have gotten significantly more fucking difficult. I was doing one the other day where I'm trying to think of where the fuck it was, but it doesn't matter. But it's always like type the letters as you see them or type the numbers as you see them. But they've gotten to the point where like early Catch Buzz, you could easily tell what the fucking letters were. But now it just looks like a jumbled fucking mess.
The ones I see now where it's like, it'll have like a bunch of like shapes and it'll say, click on the open circle. And like, you have to spend like 20 seconds hunting for it.
I haven't seen any of this shit.
But you ever get the one that's just like select all that has a street light, and then there's like one square that has like a pube of a street light?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know, man. Are you counting this one or are you not?
I hate that shit.
The motorcycle wheel technically enters this square, but I don't know if you're counting that.
Yeah. How persnickety is it going to be?
I mean, as robots get fucking smarter and smarter, like how the fuck are we going to end up having anything to determine that we're not a robot?
It'll be something along the lines of pick the human that does or does not have 13 thumbs on their hand.
Pick the human who's blinking normally, but not too normally.
Yeah. One that has 6 eyelids.
And then the last task on my list that I've underestimated is putting on underwear in the dark. That's fucking hard.
I can't relate to that one.
It's fucking hard. You don't know which way's front, which way's back. It's, sometimes you step into the wrong long leg hole. It's fucking hard.
Just underwear, though? I mean, you could say the same thing about putting your shirt on backwards.
Well,
Do you have like blackout curtains? Is that why you're putting underwear on in the dark?
No, but it's happened.
I got you.
All right, you guys don't relate to that, but yeah, I put on my undies backwards quite a bit, boys.
I put my undies on same as everybody else, backwards and in the dark.
I have noticed that since everything's gone tagless, especially on like older pairs of underwear, it's like which fucking side, like in the dark, because you're not looking at the seams and stuff. You're like, this pain.
Scott gets it, you fucking assholes.
I wear Hanes boxers, and they have like a tag on the front outside, so it's like the only thing that's not.
I have Hanes boxer briefs as well, and
a tag.
I'll send a picture.
I've never seen that.
It's not a tag. It's like it's kind of like a tag, but it's just their logo or whatever. But it's like stitched into it, so you can feel the tag.
Oh, I got what
I mean, I could just feel around for like the penis flap and know which side is the front.
Yeah, but not know if it's inside out or not.
Exactly.
I know that like the boxer briefs that I have, they have like a seam in the waistband on the inside, like right in the back, because it's tagless, so it's just got the print there, so you can't feel it, but the seam is there, so you can definitely feel that.
I don't have a seam on the back half of any of my underwear. Just
no,
the dick
same.
flap.
You have a dick flap in the back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
I feel like they should have put that in the front. That's where my dick is. Lo and behold, I've been putting my underwear backwards in the dark.
Anyways, I'm extremely goddamn satisfied. Really tempted to ask Smitty what his question is with a mouthful of food because it's always funny to catch him off guard. So, Scott, what's your question?
It's mid-show time, dude. Rico asked this question with the butter.
Wait, that was a warm-up.
We all asked our questions already. About that.
And I asked him if that was legit. He goes, "This is my question."
Wait, that was your question, Rico?
Dave said, anyways, here's my question.
Oh. Well, fuck.
We're done.
Rico, were you satisfied? I feel so bad, Rico.
I said I was only barely satisfied.
That's because I thought it was a warm-up.
Damn, Dave, you fucked up.
Oh, no.
I didn't know that was our warm-up.
Rico, you're the new host.
So, Rico, are you satisfied about the butter, dude?
What? No, I don't know. It's fine. It sucked anyways, apparently. That was on the decent list, too, which, my judge of character.
Damn it, Rico.
I do have a question
I could try
about
to.
rich people that Smitty will probably have content for.
Do you
About
want
what kind
to
of people?
Rich people.
Oh hell yeah! I love talking about rich people.
I love killing.
You want to talk about that submersible that imploded?
No, but I wrote this question before this happened. So
Rico, was that butter question actually your question?
yeah, no, I can ask the other one
Damn.
about the rich people.
Okay,
instead.
because I feel bad. I'll jump into mid show if that was your actual question, but otherwise I'll hand it off to Scott for his question if it's not.
We're one question in so far at 50 minutes.
Yeah,
So is it mid show, Rico?
whatever. I don't know. Sure.
Answer me, Rico. I need to know if you're satisfied. It all rides on your questions.
Let me think about it. I'm satisfied for now. Scott, go.
That means it's mid show.
No, it's mid show.
Is
All
it
right.
funny? Do. Is it?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that this week. We're not doing that. We're not
This
doing that.
podcast, is it funny or is it dumb?
Episode 17's a cluster.
All right. So we've been doing funny or dumb seemingly every single goddamn week. And I think it's time to break it up a little bit. So I'm introducing a brand new mid-show segment called They Did the Math. They is us. We're doing the math. And today's math problem, boys, for you. How many balloons could you fill with 1 day's worth of farts for the entire population of Earth? That is the question that we seek to answer. Furthermore, your individual contribution of daily farts, how many balloons would you yourself fill? So
isn't the average like 15 per day?
Nah, here's the great part, Rico.
Oh, there's more setup.
No, the whole thing is set up. This whole bit is just set up.
Fuck. Okay.
According to census.gov,
We're workshopping.
according to census.gov, there are 7,942,645,086 people as of the beginning of this fucking year.
It's a lot of people.
On average, when I was looking up how many times people fart, you get an average of like 8 to 22. So I took 15. But then I found an even better study, Investigation of Normal Flatus Production in Healthy Volunteers by Tomlin, Lawis, Reed, and Tomlin, Lawis, and Reed from June of 1991.
Damn,
and
sources too. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting fucking real with this shit. I don't fucking know. Read Investigation of Normal Flatus Production in Healthy Volunteers.
You said this
Like
was from 1991?
This is a 1991 study.
That's outdated source, man. I need something within the last 5 years, please.
Do you think in the last 30 years people just started farting more?
Yes.
Yeah, our diet's gotten exponentially worse.
Yeah, you actually.
Also, is this peer reviewed?
Double it.
Double blind.
Tomlin, Lawis, and Reed, bro. That sounds peer reviewed. There's 3 of them.
It sounds like you're saying
Peer
Thomas
reviews their own
Lawis, and then
study,
you're getting mad
motherfucker.
at me and telling me to read.
No, it's N.W. Reed. That's the guy's name.
They peer reviewed
Anyways.
their own study. Bitch.
In Investigation of Normal Flatus Production in Healthy Volunteers, Tomlin, Lewis, and Reed determined that the average person farted 476 to 1,491 milliliters of fart per day. And I think the milliliters is much better than just getting the number of farts.
Yeah,
So I
but
took the median.
700
Balloons
on
can
average?
hold like 3 liters.
Well, hold on. I took the median. So the average person is farting 983.5 milliliters of gas volume per day. Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay.
We
go
should
on.
not be writing this down, right? We're supposed to be keeping this in our heads.
No, I mean, I solved the problem.
Are we not? Okay. I don't understand this
Okay,
segment,
so
but
it's not a
you
story.
guys do
It's
it.
not a
You
story
can-
problem.
You
Okay.
tell me how to improve my own segment, bro. If this is a shit show, then let me know it. Anyways, you have approximately 8 billion people that are farting 983.5 milliliters of gas per day.
Okay.
That results in 7,811,591,442,081 milliliters of daily fart.
how many trillions?
7.8 trillion milliliters of fart per day produced on Earth.
Damn,
Okay.
that's a lot of fart.
Okay.
According to various party websites, and that's my source to cite here,
Party websites
like Party
what?
City and like Party Planet and other party fucking
What is
places.
Party
Planet.
City doing? Fucking
Well,
spitting
hold
facts
on,
on
hold on.
farts.
Party City, Party Planet,
Balloon
Party
City.
Universe.
We're
Party
getting to
City.
we're getting to the balloon portion now.
Oh God.
Have you consulted any clowns?
Party
either?
City says this many farts can fill up our balloons.
So no, according to Party City, all of their latex balloons, which are the standard kind of like package of 100 balloons that you could buy off the shelves, those are all using cubic feet to determine how much gas to appropriately fill a balloon with. So I had to convert 7.8 trillion milliliters of daily fart to cubic feet.
Mhm.
And that came out to 275,863,748 cubic feet of fart. Okay. So about
So divide
200
that by however many balloons or whatever the fuck.
According to, again, the various party websites, a standard 12-inch latex balloon will require 0.3 cubic feet of gas. So you can now take the cubic feet of fart and divide that by the cubic feet of gas needed. Therefore, all of the farts in a single day could fill 919,545,827 balloons.
Wow.
This mid-show segment makes me feel dumb, man. It doesn't make me feel funny at all.
Well, that's not the point.
That's a lot of balloons.
So
math
919
minor
million
for this.
balloons filled with farts per day with daily farts.
So what's
And
the
if you were
question?
wondering, how many balloons could you as an individual fill?
I was wondering that. Thank you for continuing on.
If you have your average 983.5 milliliters of fart, you will fill, just by yourself, 0.12 balloons.
So not even a full balloon.
10
Nope.
days per balloon.
So 10 days of farts, you'll fill a balloon.
That's a lot of work.
Wait, so is that the entire segment?
That's the segment, bro.
You didn't even let us guess?
No, the whole point is to go through a stupid math problem. And like one that you never need to know the answer to how many balloons you'll fill with farts, but I wanted to fucking know, so I figured it out.
Yeah,
I like
That's
this
the point
segment.
of the segment.
that was fun.
I like this segment, but I feel like it'd be fun for us to try and keep the numbers in our head and guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's what I
And
thought
see
we
if
were
we're
forget
doing.
everything
right.
you just heard.
That's what I thought
But
we were doing.
I still like I still like you walking us through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I feel
pretty
like I
good.
learned something, but it's immediately gone out of my brain, like most things that I have learned.
I
We
can't
got to
wait to
interrupt you a
tell
lot.
all of my other friends that I could almost fill a 100th of a balloon with all of my farts in a day.
Yeah, it makes me feel like a
tenth.
failure.
If I remember my adapter, that is.
Well, I mean, that's again, if you're just on the median, I'd like to once again call back to the study of investigation of normal flatus production in healthy volunteers by Tomlin, Lois, and Reed. On the high end of that, people were producing 1,491 milliliters of fart per day.
I still think it's crazy you brought a 30-year-old study into this.
Okay.
That's
Kind
pretty
of facts we
ridiculous.
spew
Yeah,
on
dude,
this
this-
show.
I like fucking 3 of us probably weren't alive when the study was done.
All right, hold on. How about
Well, the
better
science has
health?
been settled since that study, so it's all good.
It was made
How about
law.
let's see, betterhealth.vic.gov.au. What is this?
Some Australian Victorian study.
Okay, so an Australian government website. This is a new website I'm pulling up here. This has been updated. Copyright. Let's see, fucking 2021. That's pretty new, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it or leave
Okay.
it.
The intestines produce between 500 and 2,000 mLs of gas daily, which is passed out of the anus at regular intervals.
I'm on board.
Okay,
I'm
so
familiar with this process, yes.
all right, so let's find out here. So we got 500 and 2,000. Let me pull up the old median calculator because I'm a dumbass. 2,000
Median calculator?
500.
Is this study
Like
was this study
1250?
funded by Big Bean?
I hope it was. The median of 500 and
Big fart.
2,000 is 1,250, which is
Math checks out.
approximately 217 milliliters of fart more than in 1991. So, Scott, you are correct. We are farting more than we were in 1991.
Or at least
Damn.
the Australians are.
And shit, at this point, maybe we could actually fill up 1 billion balloons.
Maybe.
So 30 years ago, we could fill up however many balloons you said.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do the math again for current day?
For 12,000. Oh,
you should graph the difference between how much we farted and do an upward trend and maybe a scatter plot.
The bell curve.
Bell curve of farts.
I want to get the cows into this too.
I mean, I can. Okay, sure. Let's pull the cows in here. Population of cows on Earth: 1 billion,
Fucking Christ! That's a lot
according
of
to the World Animal Foundation.
Exactly 1 billion. cows.
Exactly 1 billion cows.
Yeah, according to Cow Census 2022,
Yeah, they all filled it out.
it's 1 bill. 1 billion.
All right. Let's see here. A cow burps and farts. Oh,
No,
we just
not
want
burps.
we just want
Burps, you can't.
farts.
Hold on. No, not burps. Burps aren't acceptable.
Okay, because that's a lot, dude. Holy shit. One cow can produce up to 200 kilograms of methane per year.
Oh,
But that's not the full extent of the fart. The fart isn't just pure methane.
200 kilograms is still like 440 pounds.
That's a lot. That's a heavy amount of gas. You
Let's see.
can crush me with that much gas.
There is a methane emission from cattle, a study, but it's from 1995, and I don't want Scott to chastise me for pulling up a study from
Yeah, you gotta throw that out.
1995.
he's keeping the scientific integrity of this podcast alive.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, thanks.
That,
Thanks,
that
boys.
study is almost an antique.
An antique.
Most of these include burps, unfortunately, so I don't think these studies are going to help our cause.
I don't think I've
You know
ever
what
heard
they
of.
say? When you have a study that doesn't fit your worldview, you go out and do your own study.
And fund it myself,
Yeah.
according to what data I want to see.
I've never heard a cow burp before.
I've never heard a cow fart before. I don't think.
I've never heard a cow.
I would never hurt a cow either. I'm satisfied.
Good.
Boys, on a scale of 0 to
Awesome.
fucking, I don't know, 10, how much did this segment either suck or fucking go well?
Is
It farted.
What's the end?
is one
what's the
one
scale?
good? Is one what is
0 means sucks dick, never present this again. This was a waste of my time and everyone else's. 10 was, holy shit, this was such a funny bit. Please do it again as early as the next time we record.
I'd probably give it a strong 2.5.
0.1. The amount of
Rico, you
balloons I
said you
can fill
liked
up.
it, you dick.
Yeah, I did. I'd give it a 9.
I give
Hey.
us an A for effort for trying something new, even though it may not have worked.
We should ask our listeners.
Bo,
What
what do
do
you
you
think?
feel about this?
Yeah, Bo, right on. Again, 0, fuck Dave. 10, suck Dave.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
5.
Peg Dave.
Peg Dave.
That's what the butthole flap is for.
That's right.
the
Yeah, and
flaps.
your underwear, Scott.
Oh shit. That's
For
awesome.
pegging.
Yeah.
For pegging. My God. I thought you were referencing back to like the butthole labia question of early days.
The lady
I'm
Majora.
still satisfied. Okay, Scott, turn it over to you.
Oh, hey, I probably should have remembered that I was going next, so I had my question ready. I forgot which one I was going to ask. I even brought it up.
Smitty, over to you.
Oh, fuck yeah. What do you guys look for when you go to garage sales? If you're not planning on going to a garage sale and you drive past one, what's the one thing that makes you pull over and look?
Honestly, anything that's outside of someone pulled out a hanger rack full of clothing and like kids' toys. If there's something that looks beyond that, like if there's like some furniture, some knickknacks or something else, and I have nothing else going, I'll pull over to the side. But like so many fucking garage sales, man, it's just fucking racks of people's clothes.
Yeah.
And
Oftentimes dead people's clothes.
yeah,
From
yeah,
grandma's
right. And
estate.
it's like I'm not above going to like Goodwill for clothes or anything, but like for some reason Goodwill still seems more reputable than fucking clothes from a garage sale.
They're guaranteed to be washed.
No, they're not.
no.
Not at Goodwill. There's no fucking way. No.
I think so.
I would say so.
They literally take it out of a bag and put it right on a hanger.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
Okay, I'm sorry. They take it out of a bag, throw a 25-cent sticker on it, and then put it on the hanger.
Where Goodwill have you gotten a 25-cent shirt? They're always like $16.
Joliet, Illinois.
I
Okay,
pulled
fair
up
enough.
Easter Seal's Goodwill website here. Does Goodwill clean items before placing them on the sales floor? The majority of our merchandise is secondhand. While our employees do not wash clothing items, we do wipe down household items before
Really?
placing them on sales
Yeah,
floors.
and wipe down.
What the fuck? I
what-
didn't know that.
What do they just wipe something down with a fucking paper towel to dust off a mug you're going to set on there?
Probably.
Shit, I could have sworn they like had to wash and launder all that shit.
They
first
No.
before
They
hanging
might
up.
find the ones that
Oh,
have
damn.
like really gross
That's very
stains or
surprising.
something and toss them out, but there's no fucking way they wash any of that shit.
Yeah, that's super sketch. But even
Oh,
still,
fuck. That's a
reputable.
problem.
Goodwill's great. Fucking love it. Wouldn't do it at a garage sale. And I feel like so many
No.
garage sales, it's just fucking clothes.
Clothes, wooden furniture, like dressers, sometimes like tables and chairs. And if you have enough
Yeah.
space and they're like kind of beat up but also kind of nice, you could be like, yo, I'll buy that for like cheap and I'll throw some chalk paint on there and then resell it on Facebook Marketplace for a little bit more money. It's good shit.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
I was gonna say furniture is probably my go-to as well. Like, not that I need furniture, but it's for whatever reason, it's nice to look. I don't know.
There
and
was,
dream a
um,
little bit.
I agree. Yeah.
There was a garage sale I went to last summer, and it was I think Smitty, to your point, like someone had died, and the son was just selling like all of his dad's stuff that was in the house.
That's fucked up, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean it's life, I guess. What made me pull over though, a lot of outdoor stuff. Like a lot of
hell
sporting
yeah,
gear.
outdoor furniture and shit.
There was some fishing poles out there. There were a couple of bikes for sale, like old mountain bikes. There was like pumps for the tires. There were like a big box of like extension cords that he was selling for like 25 cents each, and I needed a long extension cord, so it was just again, I think it was very obvious from the street that there was more out there than meets the eye than just clothes. Like it's hard to see one item off the road, Scott, and be like, oh, I gotta stop and see that item.
Yeah.
But when you could tell that it's diverse and you want a better look, that's when I think I'm gonna go in for it.
Yeah. I think, like you said, anything, if you see anything that looks like it's other than clothes, or if it's furniture, is always the thing that makes me want to pull over, especially if the furniture looks nice. Like you kind of assume everything else there is going to be kind of nice too. And I always like to try to find like the older person's garage sale, and I always hope and dream that they're like selling off like their kids' comic books or something, or like musical instruments or game systems, and they don't know shit about them, and you can get that stuff for like super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of people doing it. I've just never been lucky enough to find that kind of gold nugget at a.
I always
garage
dream
sale.
about that
Yeah.
with records and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like, not that I know much about records, but it'd be cool to own like even like records that are like mass produced. Like if you can find like a mass produced Michael Jackson album or something, like I don't know, it's kind of cool for some reason.
still, I mean, a good vinyl at a garage sale, I'm assuming it's going to be way cheaper than anywhere else you're going to be able to get one.
Mm-hmm. The problem is whenever you go to garage sales or even Goodwill or any of those thrift stores that sell records, you're guaranteed to have to sift through like 85 to 90% of like either Christmas albums or like Christian like choir albums or shit like that.
Pure trash.
Yeah, absolute
For sure.
garbage. Like just throw it right in the landfill.
Yeah.
There's no reason anybody needs to own like why would you buy an LP of some no-name asshole singing a bunch of hymns from the 80s? Like I don't need a
Sounds
synth
like a-
hymn album.
sounds like my mom would like something like that though.
Well, Dave's mom aside.
I just I
yeah.
love video games, musical instruments, comic books, any of that stuff, especially if they're like older and in still, pretty decent condition.
Scott, isn't that always like the dream that you go to some place and people don't realize the value of what they have, so
Yeah.
they're selling themselves way short? Like, I went to a garage sale back when I lived in the Chicago suburbs, and it was kind of a ritzier neighborhood that was doing the sale at the time. And they were selling an electric guitar, a Taylor electric guitar. And I was just like, fuck yeah, maybe they're just like, what's this piece of shit? $200. I don't care.
Right.
But no, they were legit. They're like, we want $2,800 for this guitar.
It's
like, well, maybe not. Especially because I was in college and I had like $60 at the time. So,
Right.
The thing that always like bugs me though when you go to garage sales is like you'll see something cool from the side of the road and then you'll get there and most of it's just like little knickknacks and tchotchkes and shit.
For sure.
why would I want to buy like a little ceramic doll that sits on a shelf like I think this is a generational thing because I don't think a lot of people in our generation want to clutter up our houses with that garbage. Like my parents have like my mom likes getting like little figurines and shit and putting them on shelves. And they're like very breakable. I don't want to take up real estate in my house with stuff that I could knock into and break, which the only purpose it serves is just like look good, which like you could make the argument for like why hang anything on the walls or decorate with anything. But at least like with the walls, if you're hanging up pictures, it's not like in the way on a table.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Those like little precious moments, like figurines with like the kids with the big ass heads or whatever.
Yeah, the little ceramic statues.
Yeah, like that shit is so like dumb. Or like I know some people like collect snow globes, but unless you're like gonna go all in on collecting snow globes and have like a big ass like cabinet full of them, like bro, just like don't do that.
Still, do you think that's gonna impress anybody?
No, dog, you're not getting pussy from snow globes.
I got 3,000 snow globes.
Like, damn, that's a lot of snow globes. What else do you do? Do you do something more interesting than that?
No.
I collect antique spoons. Okay. Cool.
You ever see like the shit? Like, I love antique shops too. Like, I will pull over at a good antique shop pretty much 10 out of 10 times.
What to find a good antique
not to buy,
shop
though.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I mean, sometimes to buy. Like, it depends on what's in there, but definitely not like the fucking Hummel or fucking Precious Moments or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times they sell legitimate garbage in antique shops. Like it's a
most
like,
of it is probably legitimate garbage.
I get that it's a can of Coke from the 1960s, but it's also a rusted, empty can of Coke.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not worth $8. It's never worth $8.
It's not worth $8 in aluminum.
Right. It's like just because it's old, it doesn't mean it belongs in an antique shop.
Well, sometimes you'll see too, like the cardboard like 6-pack cartons with the memorial like Olympic whatever city the fucking Olympics were in that year, and it'll be like Coke. It's like the 2018 fucking Olympic branded Coca-Cola bottles. Like, who fucking wants that shit? You can't. Do you want to like? Why would you drink it? Because it's like special, quote unquote. But also, it's just fucking Coca-Cola. Like, who gives a shit?
There's one of the antique shops in our hometown that's on the main street strip there is somewhat newish, and it was bought by new owners, so I think it's actually pretty nice on the inside. And I don't know if you guys have gotten the feeling of like walking through an antique shop anytime recently and feeling old when you realize your stuff is now in an antique shop.
Haven't been there yet.
But they had
Give it time though.
They had this one shelf that was filled with old McDonald's Batman Happy Meal cups.
Oh yeah, the glass
God
ones.
damn it!
Yeah, the glass
mugs?
ones. Yes.
Oh no!
And those were in the antique shop, and I was halfway tempted to fucking buy them.
Yeah.
I didn't because I just didn't think I had the space to take it back home with me. But yeah, that was in an antique shop. That's from
There's,
like 1998.
You didn't have the space with you, nor did you feel like spending $80 for 4 little cups you'll never take out.
I think he was selling them for like $6 each, if I'm being real, but I don't know.
You kind of have to be careful with some of that stuff too. Not like super careful, but I read a story a while ago of like there was a specific Garfield glass cup that had some sort of like cadmium paint in it.
Yes.
And like if you drink from it, you'll get like poisoned.
Yes.
And
that's
so like
actually,
like some of those old glasswares and shit, like you could end up with like lead poisoning or something from the paint.
that's actually another reason why we skipped on it. We were reading about it like in store, and we found another related article to that popped up.
Mhm.
It's like, you should leave these glasses alone.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I will say, like, some old tools you can get at antique shops are like
Oh,
genuinely
yeah.
good. Like, you
Yeah.
can get like some good steel hand tools for real cheap because like it's all mass produced shit. But like stuff that was made in like the 60s has a lot more longevity than the shit now.
For
Like,
sure.
I mean, planned obsolescence and all that. But if I need to buy like a screwdriver set or something, like I will go to an antique shop first. Like
Yeah.
if it's something like general, if it's something like specific, like you'll have to order it or like go somewhere for like the specialty stuff. But like if you're just looking for like good hand tools that aren't like too rusted or anything, like go to an antique shop. Like a hammer is not going to fall apart if it's fully metal and like cast in steel, you know? Unless you buy it in like 2023 and it's got like a plastic ass handle.
No, that's good shit, man. Because
Mm,
tools are just made like shit nowadays. So
straight up.
yeah, that's
my,
awesome.
My first cast iron pan was an antique store buy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey
Did you run
Rico,
it through the dishwasher?
you ever
Yeah,
go to
Rico,
a garage
what's up,
sale or
buddy?
an antique store? Or
I have literally never pulled over to a garage sale. And I haven't been to an antique store in probably like 15 years.
Jesus.
But yeah.
you too good for garage sales or something?
No. I just I don't know.
You can say yes. Like you
Really-
can absolutely say yes.
No, I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to get out of my car and like look around for stuff that I know I'm probably not going to want.
Are you above
That's totally
secondhand
fair.
items, Rico?
No, I'm not. But
That's
I don't
good.
know. It's like usually when I see them, it is like a bunch of clothing racks or whatever, and I'm like, nah, that shit is probably not going to fit me, or it doesn't probably not going to be my style. So
Do you have men's size 11 and a half shoes? No. Fuck you.
Let me check in the back. They just walk in their
Yeah.
house. We don't fucking have it.
Yeah.
They just do a lap around their house.
A lap around the garage. Nope.
Yeah. I was thinking too, when you go to antique shops, sometimes you can get, and this is like if you have like a more general antique shop that has like a military surplus area, sometimes you can get like decent pairs of boots or like backpacks and stuff, which like depending on like how old they might be kind of shitty, but like if you've got like a gently used like backpack from like, I don't know, somebody who went hiking in the 60s, then they sold it off, like that backpack will probably last you a pretty long time.
For sure. But
Hell yeah. I'm pretty satisfied.
hell yeah. Smitty, what you got?
I'm gonna give us an opportunity to just be straight up haters tonight.
Okay.
My question is, what is a band or musical group that you just have like an unquenchable hatred for? They don't have to be super popular, they don't have to be mainstream, but like if you hear a song by them, you're just like, I fucking hate this band, they suck, I hope they all die. Maybe not to that degree, but like you just hate them significantly and you wish they did not make music. And my answer is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I
fucking
hop
hate
on
Red Hot
that.
Chili Peppers
I'll
so
hop
much.
on that with you.
Yeah.
I
I hate
yeah.
Anthony Cletus's voice. I hate that Flea is so talented, yet it plays in a band of such pieces of shit. I hate their music. It's just white boy reggae most of the time. It
Flea,
sucks. I hate it.
Flea strikes me as a real piece of shit.
He probably is, but he's a really good bassist.
He's incredible, but like the man's like 78 years old at this point, and I know I'm
Mm.
exaggerating, but he still goes out there like cock waving every night and plays bass naked for like all of his shows.
They were the
And-
band that went out with just socks on their cocks, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
I know they're known for it, but I think Flea still does it. He just comes
Yeah.
across as like a nudist jackass.
But like I hate their music. Like, and for what it's worth, like even if they weren't pieces of shit, if they're like the nicest people in the world, like they make, in my opinion, they make really bad music.
I
And I
agree.
wish they didn't.
Same thing with Maroon 5.
Fuck, I was gonna say Maroon 5.
They didn't
Dude, that was
start
gonna be my
out like
second one.
that.
I fucking hate Maroon 5
They
so
started
much.
out good, and you're like, all right, I can get down with some of this. And they're like, hey Adam, your music's getting kind of poppy and you're doing a lot of falsetto singing, man. Hey Adam, what happened to your band? I don't hear a single fucking guitar or drum in this song. Hey Adam, and then it's all just fucking garbage.
I think he was one of those guys for sure where it was just like, hey Adam, you're kind of attractive or really attractive. How about we just make you the centerpiece?
Yeah.
I don't think I've listened to one of their albums all the way through. I only know their like hits that like get radio play, but like they all in my brain, they suck ass so much. And
Yeah.
I like, there was a girl I dated in college who her parents were pretty well off. They got her tickets to a Maroon 5 concert. And so I went to that. And that was when I had a bout of like the worst stomach flu in my life. So I spent part of the concert in the bathroom. And like even the parts that I didn't spend in the bathroom, I wish I was in the bathroom. It sucks. So like, and I know it's like cliche for a band to like get off the stage at the end and then everybody's clapping like encore, encore, and then they come out and play again and shit like that. But like they really drummed that up at the end. They were like, they had the crowd like clapping for like 7 or 8 minutes straight for like an encore, when it's like, motherfucker, we know you're gonna come out for an encore. Don't do this shit to us.
Act like you want it.
Yeah. And also Adam Levine, is that his last name? Oh,
Yeah.
who fucking cares? He sucks. He dances like, you know, in South Park where they're animating a character who is not like one of the main characters, so they have like more of a normal human body to a degree. He dances like one of those characters. I don't know why. It's just like this awkward, stilted, like puppetry shit. I don't know. He dances really dumb and he sucks and I hate him. And he also like cheated on his like supermodel wife.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Yeah,
weirdo
he's a dirtbag.
and a piece of shit. Yeah.
Wow.
But those are my answers. There you
Who
go.
did you say, Smitty? I missed it. I was looking something up.
Who did I say what?
Who did you say that you like, the person you just talked about?
Oh, Adam Levine.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy from Maroon 5. But anyhow,
My first thought immediately goes to the band Aerosmith because Steven Tyler's face enrages me, man. It's just, and anytime I actually,
He's got a weird
there was a
face.
period of time in like junior high where there was a handful of Aerosmith songs where I could get fucking down to them, but that was before I knew what Steven Tyler looked like. And ever since I knew what he looked like, I can't fucking stand, like, my hatred for them has gotten so deep over the last probably 20 years.
just based on what he looks like,
I mean, their music's also dog shit. And
it
so-
kind of is. I don't know.
But-
I go
like,
through
the-
phases where I'm like, I
Steven
like this,
Tyler, man,
and then it's garbage.
that's a fucking mug, dude. That's a bad fucking mug.
I will give him credit for like, for a band getting really big when nobody in the band looks good. They just, at the time, they were just in the right place at the right time, making the right kind of music to get really big, even though all of them are ugly as fuck.
Yeah. Rico?
I don't have like any that are like, well, okay. So there's the thing I was just looking up. I went to a Newfound Glory show recently, and this artist named Lolo opened for them because it was like after some like Riot Fest or something like that, and she had to fill in,
Mhm.
and it was just like the most generic like breakup song type shit, and it was just embarrassing, and I wanted to get out of there, but I wanted to see Newfound Glory, so I didn't. But yeah, that was like really awful, and I hate it. Most people probably won't even know who she is, but there's like it's more like certain songs for me, I guess, like the All About That Bass by Megan Trainor.
Oh God, so
I
bad.
fucking hate her. She
Actually,
sucks.
yeah, just her in general. She sucks.
She
Yeah,
really
like the
does
thing
suck.
is, like I hate that song, but because I hate that song so much, I haven't listened to most of her other stuff. So I don't know if I like hate her in general. That's why I say, like, I don't know if I hate her totally, but and then that like Lizzo song about how she's like a bad bitch and stuff. That one's pretty bad.
Oh, 100% that bitch, Rico.
Supposedly she's like really talented, but I don't know.
She is. She's like a classically trained flautist.
She's one that she's like the opposite of Aerosmith for me, except I don't like her, but I am more tolerable of her than when she started.
I am on the same
Reputation's
page with you, Dave.
I feel like.
I don't know a single song by her. I don't think I've ever heard a single one of her songs.
You won't like her music.
Oh, I had a feeling, but
yeah.
You've probably heard Bad. I don't know if it's called Bad Bitch, but
or
Rico,
It's About Damn Time.
I-
I'm sure everyone's heard at least a million fucking times.
Rico, I can't tell you how sheltered of a life I live, especially with my music choices. I don't listen to the radio. I only listen to what's on my Spotify, and I'm not adventurous.
Gotcha. Well, definitely don't listen to that if you can avoid it.
Okay. I got nothing against her as a person. She can do whatever. I just don't know her music. I don't hate her.
It was actually
every country band I pretty much hate completely.
I'll agree to that. Fucking was
anything after
Old
9/11 though,
Dominion.
right?
Yeah. There's a lot of country people now that just country in general now whenever it starts up, you're like, oh, I'm done. I'm turning this shit off. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Because it's literally just pop with a southern accent.
Yep.
Anymore.
My other answer was going to be Imagine Dragons.
Oh my God.
Because they make music for fucking corporate events. And it all kind of sucks. I don't know.
There was
it's like incredibly sterile and generic, and I don't know anything about them as people. I just know that the shit I've heard on the radio is just like, I don't know. It just sanded over garbage that you would hear like to pump up a crowd at like an expo for fucking office supplies.
Have you ever seen that? I'm pretty sure I sent this in the group chat at one point, but it's that 4chan green text that's like 97.3 explosion sounds. We only play the hardest rock, fucking car crash sounds. This isn't your grandma's rock station. And then Radioactive by Imagine Dragons starts fucking playing.
So say, is it going to be like Imagine Dragons, or is it going to be like Kings of Leon or something?
Yeah, or like Fits in the Tantrums. Or there was a period.
Yeah.
There was a period in like 2012 when I was delivering pizza. And I would actually listen to the Rock FM station in Chicago. And it was around that time that like that indie rock kind of started. Well, I mean, didn't start, but like it was definitely big at the time. So there was some Imagine Dragons on there, Fits in the Tantrums, 21 Pilots like started getting really big. And for some reason they kept playing Lorde on the rock station.
I like Lorde.
I do too,
like,
but she's not
great.
She's not on the rock station.
No, that's the wrong station.
That's
her
the wrong
album,
station.
Pure Heroine is really good. Like that's a solid ass album.
Yeah, I like her too. I just don't think she was in the right place.
No.
That was also the summer that Get Lucky by Daft Punk dropped.
Oh.
And it was blitzed into everyone's heads like nonstop, no matter what station you were on. I remember flipping between 3 stations and they were all playing Get Lucky somewhere in the middle of the song. And that's infuriating. I hate when songs get big to the point, and I don't experience this anymore because I'm on Scott's page now, Spotify all the way, listen to my own tunes, never branch out, never experiment.
Yeah.
But like, goddamn, back in the day when I was listening to FM, it seems like the whole point of pop was to just bring in a song, drill it into your head to the point to where it's dead.
That's kind of how it is now still. That's how
I'm
it's
sure it
been
is
for a while. Like I don't really listen to the radio either. Like it's Spotify stuff, but like if I forget my or my Bluetooth is off or whatever and I'm just like taking a short trip, it's always like the same shit. And I don't know. It's not that I expect like radio music to like be breaking any sort of boundaries as far as like artistry, but like I don't know, a lot of it sounds the same. Like I don't want to sound like a boomer, but like there's really no surprises when it comes to like
No.
mainstream radio shit, and I'm sure it's been like that for a long ass time. So I'm not like mad about it, but who gives a shit? Anyway,
You satisfied?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
If you like what you hear, leave us a rating on your podcast directory of choice or a review if you're allowed to leave some sort of review. If you have thoughts on today's show, give us those as well. Voicemail or text your questions 708-433-9153. Did you like the mid-show segment about the fucking balloon farts? Can you affirm that Dave actually is onto something here? Maybe. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. There's a diamond and all that fart.
At ImpQuestionsPDC on Twitter, haven't posted there in a while. r/The Important Questions Pod on Reddit, haven't posted there in a while. And the Important Questions Podcast on Instagram, posted there just this week. With more posts to come, actually. Scott, I got to post one of your promo arts that says new episodes on Tuesdays sometime around today because I'm trying to get a post in every weekend in addition to the post in every Tuesday.
Fuck yeah.
Also, $1 a month donation, patreon.com/the important questions. Support the show and you get bonus content on the last Tuesday of the month that nobody else fucking gets unless they also donate fucking money. You'll be joining the likes of Bo.
Just Bo currently, but you could be that second patron.
There is a second patron actually, but I do not know if she wants us revealing her name, so I will keep that private. But I do know who doesn't want their fucking self private, and that's Bo.
Yeah, Bo and Jane Doe. There we go.
Bo and Jane Doe. We hope you guys are enjoying the bonus content so far.
DEAU.
Jane Doe spelled like Bo.
Yeah.
We have a very exciting one coming up this month too. I think. Are we going to try to do the Pooh Crime, the parody of True Crime? Is that what we're going to do this month?
We definitely should.
So if you guys like True Crime, but about poop, you might like this month's bonus episode. It's Pooh Crime.
Mm-hmm.
So well worth $1 of your time. Rico needs to bail, but before we do, any final thoughts, boys?
No.
Nope.
Thank you. Thank you for your definitive answers. All right. We will see you fucking fellas next time. See ya.
Bye.
You ever cut your own hair and you think it looks good in the moment, and then you look in the mirror like 2 days later and you realize you've just got like a bunch of like hair sticking up and it looks like shit?
With my beard.
Yeah.
Yep. I was just about to
Beard
say
counts
that.
too. So like my hair's been way too long. I chopped it all off. Obviously you can tell because it's fucking hot as shit in Illinois and we haven't gotten enough rain. And it's been like 3 days since the haircut. I looked in the mirror today. There are like 4-inch long hairs, some of them that are like sticking straight up, and they're like, it's very obvious I missed some spots.
Did your wife do the thing where she like tugs on one thinking it's just like a stray hair just like sitting there, and then you're like, fuck, that kind of hurt? Still it's
No, she hasn't done that. She will do that to my beard though, because I'll get like white or blonde hairs in my beard and they'll be long, and she'll be like, let me just pull it out. I'm like, motherfucker, no, it hurts.
What is with the fucking wives and the wanting to pull white hairs, man?
Yeah.
Like before I was going like semi gray in the head, and it would just be like the one off white or gray hair. Same fucking thing. It's like, it's just one. Let me pull it. It's like, no, it hurts.
I have one white hair that grows like right underneath my my nose, and like it's very prominent. It's like pure white. And my wife is like, let me just pull it out. I'm like, that will hurt so bad.
The mustache ones definitely hurt. The beard ones, I think, don't.
Yeah.
The mustache, especially, is closer you get to like your nostrils.
It's like right under the nostril. It's like right here.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, this is actually a question on my list, and maybe I'll just throw this post theme. Do you guys get like the one really long or thick hair, and it's just like one, and it grows somewhere like constantly?
I actually I know that you guys have noticed me like pick at my beard out of force of habit. That's because of those fucking thick ones. Sometimes I find them and they're disgusting.
I will
get them in my
one.
nose occasionally.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll get one in alternating eyebrows. So I'll get one in the left, and then like a month later, I'll get one in the right. It always goes back and forth.
How do they know?
I've pulled a few out of like right somewhere on my chin. That if they're kind of long, if I bend them, they snap.
Weird.
Yeah, they're so fucking thick. It's.
I've never heard of that before.
Are you sure that's hair?
It could be something quill.
Else. Are you growing roots?
Yeah.
I think it's it's a quill.
Occasionally, like I'll get it, and it's not like a thick hair, but it'll grow like in the middle and to the right of my forehead. Like above one of my eyebrows, like a couple inches above my eyebrow. Like one hair grows right here.
That's fucking weird, dude.
It is fucking weird. And it's like it's blonde. It's like it's not a black hair.
That's even weirder.
Trying to grow a horn.
Yeah. And like I won't notice it until it gets a couple inches long because like it's so thin. So like who the fuck cares? But like I'll see it and be like, why the fuck? Why is there a follicle right there?
And then your wife's just like, babe, your forehead hair is back.
Yeah.
Blink.
Yep.
I'll get not a thick hair, but on occasion I'll get a very long hair right on my elbow, and it's like 3 inches long.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of my arm hair is like, I don't know, maybe like a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'll get like one arm hair on the elbow that's just freakishly long.
That is,
and
odd.
I will always yoink that out.
Human bodies are so weird.
Yeah, for sure.
I do notice occasionally too, like on like my cheekbones, like underneath my eyes, like sometimes I'll get like occasional black hairs, but it's not like super distinct from my beard, so it's easy to trim. It's not like my forehead, but it is weird that there's like one or two that are like so high up.
I would chalk that up to beard. I've seen people with full beards where that shit like almost goes up to that like that little bridge bone or whatever the fuck it is underneath the eye.
Yeah.
So I mean, a few of them there is understandable.
Hell yeah.